Good morning. This is your friend and host Preeti Sharma. In our today's podcast, we shall be talking about depression. According to WHO, depression is the single most contributor to the global burden of diseases and affects people in all communities across the world. Today's depression is estimated to affect 350 million people. The World Mental Health Survey conducted in 17 countries found that on an average about 1 in 20 people reported having an episode of depression in the previous year. Depression disorder often starts at a young age and they reduce people's functioning and often are recurring. For these reasons, depression is the major cause of disability in the world. In terms of total years lost due to disability, the the demand for curbing depression and other mental health conditions is on the rise globally. Thus, if any one of us are feeling any loss of interest or pleasure, decrease in energy, feeling of guilt, or low self-esteem, disturbed sleep or appetite, and poor concentration, addressing these concerns is a learned guest today, Swami Pradeep Ji. He is a visionary, entrepreneur, motivational trainer, spiritual psychologist, instructor, author, hypnotherapist, spiritual healer, and psychiatric counselor. Pranam Swamiji, have a very good morning.
Pranam, namaste.
Namaste Swamiji.
So fine. So on the subject, we have been talking in our last podcast
Yes.
on stress. So stress is again one of the part of depression or all these negative emotions or the negative feelings what a lot of people go through in life. So this subject on depression again, we have restricted ourselves in the podcast to 20-25 minutes maximum. So I will try to give again a brief outline of what is depression, what is the cause, and how do you handle it. Okay, so otherwise generally it takes at least a few hours of discussion or a few hours of lecture.
Let's
So
carry on, Swamiji, as much as information we can give to the listeners, and probably we can, bifurcate it.
sure. So
20,
let me
20
see
minutes.
how best I can communicate
Yeah.
in a short span. So
Sure.
first is see depression. When we use the word depression, when somebody says I have problem issues, I'm depressed. That means the very word or the very meaning or the essence of depression means that you have lost. Somebody has lost something. Either it is loss of money, it is loss of the loved ones, or is it a loss of your goals, your dreams, or your job, anything. So when you lose something and when you're not able to overcome or unable to handle, then you are depressed. That means you are feeling negative. You are unable to see through the loss what you have gone through. So how do you handle it? And how does that affect you? See, if you see, for example, when you hear a loss of somebody else, we don't get affected. If you hear a news like somebody is lost his or her business or some life is gone, we just only pity them, but it doesn't affect you. But when it is our own loss, our own loved ones, or our own business or our own job or something, it affects you. So here, as usual, always I love to show everyone or make everyone understand through story. So here, let me tell you a story here. This is about a person, a family man, very good family with wife, kids, beautiful family. Everything is going normal, everything is going good, absolutely no problem. But still, this person is not at all happy in life. Something is always bothering. He is angry, he is frustrated, so he doesn't know how to handle. So what he did, as usual, he went to a yogi. So why I always give example of yogis or rishis are just to make you all understand. In olden days, in olden times, when king used to rule the kingdom, he will have a ministers, council of ministers to execute his order. But advice and guidance that king always take it from a yogi or a sage. Why? Because they are man of wisdom and they have intuitive power to see things. So again here, so this person goes to a yogi and he says, Swamiji, I have all these problems, I'm getting angry, I'm getting frustrated, and that is leading to depression. I'm unable to do things. So how do I handle it? So the yogi said, okay, son, what you do, take your mobile from your hand. And he took the mobile from his hand, out of his pocket, and he asked, that yogi asked that person to hold the mobile in his hand, palm, and stretch your hands forward. And he did that. And he asked him, is it weighing you very hard? He said, absolutely no. What? Hardly what it is. It must be around 50 grams or 100 grams. Okay, fine. Keep holding it. Don't move your hand. And this person kept holding it for 5, 10 and 15 minutes. Then he started feeling the strain of the hand. Then he asked, now how is it weighing? He said, I feel I need to move out my hand because it's weighing me very heavy. He said, fine. So yogi said, this is how life is also. When you go through an issue or a problem, what happens is we do not try to fix the problem then and there. We always carry forward or we park it in our mind. Okay, somewhere in the mind we park all the issues and problems, and what happens is it keeps weighing you all through your life. Maybe some incident which had happened in your childhood, you don't have understood consciously or unconsciously, you are not aware of it. Maybe somebody would have upsetted you. That also you keep hanging on. You put it in your heart and soul and mind, and it doesn't move out. So what happens? This adding and adding, other frustration, other issues, everything keeps coming up, and there will be a point where you break up completely, and then the form of depression happens. You start feeling I'm losing my life, I'm losing control of my thoughts or control of my emotions, control of my life. So here the problem is, sorry, one moment. So the with that yogi said this, it is not about you handling the issue with your wife or your kids or anything. It is about you yourself. There might be something in the past where you have not compromised, you have not understood, and you are carrying forward all these frustrations. So find out what is frustrating you, what is upsetting you. Understand that, fix it. In case if you have an issue with your wife or your kids, please talk to them and resolve it then and there. Otherwise it will weigh you down very badly all your life. So this is how generally the depression happens. When we lose something, it is not about the immediate loss. Along with that loss, there is a connection, that the longevity, how long you are carrying on, that is more important. And it happens more when the issue happens with your loved ones, because people who are close to you, okay, you have already invested considerable amount of time with them, maybe several months or several years or several decades. So the longer you are associated with somebody, and if that person is going to hurt you, that feeling or that hurt feeling will be more impacting you. Again, I'll give you one small story here. One guy, he was traveling in a car, and the driver was driving the vehicle at normal speed, absolutely normal, in control. And suddenly, opposite, in a by-lane opposite, there's another car which just whisked past them very fast. And luckily, since this guy was traveling at a very normal speed, he could put his brake and stop the vehicle. So immediately the other vehicle, who is the culprit, otherwise there would have been a major accident. But still that guy stopped the vehicle little bit far off, and he started abusing this guy. What are you driving? How are you driving? Don't you know how to drive? And he started abusing all vulgar language. But this guy, he didn't retaliate, he didn't do anything. He just, I'm sorry, it's fine. I'm sorry, I apologize for you, please carry on. Still that guy didn't leave him. He kept on abusing and he went off. And this guy started driving his car again. The passenger behind was amused. He was thinking, and he just asked him, My friend, why are you apologizing to him? It's not your mistake. He had driven fast, he was the cause of this issue, but still you are apologizing. So he said, Sir, I don't want to carry the garbage. Then he asked, What do you mean? The garbage in the sense, if I had retaliated, what happens is, now I will also use abusive words and I lose my cool, lose myself, and what will happen? I will end up doing something wrong. So here, I don't want to take his garbage, so I've kept my cool. It's fine, apologize, it's okay, I don't have any issue. So that means he is not taken that other person abuse to himself and not spoiling his mind, his thoughts, and his emotions. So he was in complete control. And he kept moving. So this is the way how you handle things. If some issue happened then and there, understand. Had he responded, what will happen is he would also retaliate, and then this will keep haunting him. Even if he go back home at the end of the day, still it will haunt him. What did I talk to him? I should have spoken even more abusively. So this, the way of retaliation will only harm him, and over the next few days that will show up in his other action also, or other activity what he does, whether at home, whether at other work also. So again, you are carrying forward somebody's anger, somebody's abuse, and it will impact all your work also. So these are all the aspects how you end up in depression. Again, depression, it's not about one loss or two loss. It is about carrying forward of each kind of emotion what you handle. That's why I'm just giving small examples with stories. Okay, it is a general way. But in my counseling, I've seen people coming to me for counseling for depression. Even recently, a person came and he said, I'm totally depressed, and I've taken a psychologist help, and I'm into antidepressant tablets. That's the worst ever thing to do, trust me. If somebody is upset, right now in this current trend, I've seen people across the globe, not only here, everywhere. The moment you are unable to handle your problems or issues in life, next you go and seek a solace or a solution through medicines. Antidepressant tablet will not give you relief. Believe me, it's only temporary. Those are all very bad. It can affect your physical health very badly because it has got a lot of chemicals in it. So maximum possible, please avoid taking tablets. Okay, the tablets are what you need to do only when you are in a very extreme condition. So if you are depressed, you are upset, please take guidance from elders or seek counseling from experts or people who have knowledge. They can guide you. So this is the way you need to handle, not going and getting into the tablet. And I've seen so many cases, and they come after I counsel them, they stop the tablets and they've recovered it. One person said, sir, I right now here I'm not taking any names, but still what he was saying is because of this current situation what we are going through, I'm very tensed whether I will have my job in hand. Right now I'm working from home, but I don't know whether I'll sustain this job. I'm a bit scared about it. There's an insecurity feeling. So what has happened is, over these few days or these few weeks, that insecurity feeling started haunting him. What will I do? If I lose my job, how will I manage my family? How will I manage myself? So these are all assumption based fear you are creating, which is not required at all. You still have a job. Even if you don't have a job, still there are always options. Options are plenty available in this world. There's nothing where we can think that everything is a loss. Absolutely, that is ridiculous. Then after I told him, don't worry, you have a job and you are talented, you are still managing it. So why do you want to assume and put yourself in trouble? For this reason, he has taken a seeked medical counseling, and that doctor has recommended him medicines, which is absolutely not required also, just for the simple reason of insecurity feeling. So after that he stopped immediately, and now he is absolutely fine. and he started focusing on his job. So everywhere there will be pressure, everywhere, any job, even right now, the pressure what we are going. Earlier we used to say, oh my God, can't we get some time with my family? I just want to spend 1 or 2 days or few days. That was a problem earlier. Now you have ample enough of time when, almost 45 days we are with our family. But that also became a problem now, right? Too much of anything is also problem. It is not about too much of anything. It is about how you perceive yourself, how you see yourself. Okay, it is all about acceptance and seeing things around. First thing, always feel blessed what you have and what you have around you. Once you see the blessings around you, automatically you will see good things around you. You don't need to worry. Again, worry is another sickness which can cause depression. Unnecessary worry for no reasons. I've seen a lot of people keep worrying for no reasons. I've seen so many people in my life who have gone through tremendous turmoil, tremendous challenges, still they have overcome. One classic example, it's my own family friend. Earlier, not now, it's in 80s, 85, 86, during my school, college days, he had a hotel, he had an electronic shop, a lot of business he was doing, and close to almost 1 crore turnover he was doing in 85, such a powerful guy. What happened? One day, lost everything. He was penniless, he was in roads, absolutely zero with him, nothing was there. And he came and met me. He said, can you help me with some money if you can, possible? Because I just got into a job. I said, okay, uncle, yeah, please keep that some money I gave him. And then I was literally, feeling so bad for him. A person who has been so successful here now is in the road. You won't believe, he told me, just wait. In few years' time, you will see me come back successful. A person in the road, okay? In the road, he doesn't even have a single penny in hand, taking money from me, but that confidence, okay? He has not got, what do you call, bothered about what is happening around him. He thought, yes, I've lost my life. Certain things have gone out of my hand. That's fine. It's due to my decision making. And this is another issue, the decision making. Lot of people who come, they keep crying and cribbing. Things are not happening for me. I've lost this, I've lost that. Because of some other people. Sorry. Nobody is going to affect you in any way unless and until you allow that to affect you. Every single aspect of your life, what you are right now, is your decision. Whether it is right or wrong, immaterial, but what you are right now is your decision. And accept that and you can move forward. So this person, after few years, again met him. He told me, I already got married, I got a house, and I've started my life back again. Okay, it's not easy. It took so many years. It took almost 5 to 6 years for him to recover. But he didn't give up. Okay, had he given up, that person is a classic example of depression, from depression to the worst thing called schizophrenia in medical terminology. Schizophrenia, once a person reaches a stage of schizophrenia, that person is it's very remote chance that person can recover to a normal stage. Why? Because from depression to schizophrenia, you will be in medication. That will also add up to your woo, and you will not do the right manner. So anyway, I don't want to talk on medical related, but still, I just gave an idea about it. And please, my request to everybody, try to avoid taking medication in case you are mentally upset, emotionally upset, due to loss of job, loss of business, loss of loved ones. Please don't do that. If you really introspect and see, okay, somebody says, I'm totally depressed, Swamiji, I'm unable to do anything. Then I asked him one simple question. In 24 hours a day, are you depressed whole 24 hours? Wasn't there even a minute or two where you feel something good in your life? Yeah, there is a moment. So why don't you give importance? Why don't you energize those moments? Why do you want to keep harping on what you've already lost? So again, how you energize your thoughts. See, thoughts are so fickle, so sensitive, okay, and so subtle that you need to control it. When you are aware that the thought is going out of my control, you need to pull it back. giving the thoughts the right inputs of positivity. Yes, what has gone is gone. You cannot recover it. It's gone, over. That's fine. There is always a way out. Even in job, you will have pressure from your managers, pressure from your seniors. That's fine. That is how you are. You have to handle. Okay, so these are the things you need to take care when you go through trauma in your life. When you give up, it's over. So these are all the aspects what we call or use the word I am depressed, I am lost. Okay, please don't use that. And from there, how do you go forward? There are several ways, several way of handling things in life. Or my suggestion always would be when you are feeling low in your thoughts, low in your mind, that is the time you need to engage yourself with lot of other activities. Like maybe you should go for gym or you should go for exercise. Do what you feel is good for you. Move around. Don't sit in one place. If you are depressed in that moment, just go and do something which can give you that energy. Best is always do some exercise. Okay, or do some gardening work or anything which can activate your physical and mental frame of mind. Get into that, and more important is spend, if you in a joint family, if you have kids around, be with the kids. Kids are energy because they don't live in the past or in the future. They always live in the present. Spend time with kids. Spend time with family. Spend time with your friends whom you really think are there always for you. Okay? So don't divert your mind. I'm saying understand and go forward. And have good healthy food. Okay, when somebody is depressed, your appetite will not be good. But you need to convince yourself, have your food. Why? Because when you start doing your exercise and have your food regularly, properly, it will also help you to overcome your sick mind. Because the food gives you the nourishment. Exercise also gives you that nourishment of physical strength and mental strength. And always I recommend any exercise you can do, whether you go to gym, whether you go to jogging or walking, you can do anything. Absolutely no problem, but always yoga is the best. Okay, do some yoga, then do some meditation. Again, I've done a session on meditation. Please listen to that audio and practice those meditation regularly. And you will come out of it. Okay, these are all the general way of handling your issues, your stress and other aspects of your life to avoid depression. And please don't use any heavy words. If somebody say, I'm depressed, they use all this medical terminology. Please don't do that. What happens is that also give you more sickness. See, when I'm saying that I am depressed, okay, that means you already have accepted there is a problem. Rather using the word depressed, I think I'm low in my mind because of some issues. That's all. Let me come out of it. So avoid using heavy words, avoid using all these jargon words in medical terminology and create more and more confusion for you. Don't do that.